Verse 20, Ehud approaches him. He's sitting on the throne in the upper room of the palace. Ehud says, I have a message from God for you. And the king starts to get up from his seat. Ehud reaches with his left hand, draws the sword from his right thigh, and plunges it into the king's belly. What? Are you kidding me? How could the king not see this coming? It's this giant dagger thing coming out and just getting stabbed right. How could he not see this? I'll tell you, because Ehud is smart, because Ehud is left-handed. So when he walks in, he does the greatest magic trick of all. He pulls back his clothing on the left side and says, oh, look, I have no sword to grab. I'm clean. And they don't even think, what if he's left-handed? Because that wasn't cool back then. They're like, oh yeah, he's cool, he's good, he's great, go on in. He walks in, but he's not right-handed. That's where he'd grab the sword if he were right-handed. That's a threat. He's, look, no threat. They're like, oh great, come on in. He comes in, I have a message. The king's like, what? He like leaning in. He's like, it's a message from God. Ugh! Oh, but can we be a little bit gross? It's not my fault. God said it, so we're going to read it. Okay. So he plunges it into the king's belly, and so he's, even the handle, it's sank in after the blade, and his bowels discharged. In other words, his gut spilled out. Like literally, he just, gross. And Ehud did not pull the sword out, and the fat closed over it. This joker is so fat, it's like he's fatter than this, and his fat was so fat, it closed over the handle. Ehud was lucky to get his hand back out of Jabba the Hutt's belly there. I mean, Eglon's belly, right? He was so big, and he's like, oh, like in his, hey, he pulls his hand back, and this guy, and then he realizes, wow, that was in there so far, and ooh, what a picture. Eglon, I'll just tell you, he didn't make it. Okay. He wasn't feeling real good after that, and he took a permanent nap, all right? But Ehud basically did this awesome magic trick, right? He was using deception where, oh, look, I have nothing. And he's showing this half-naked leg over here. Look, nothing. And he's hiding the real weapon over here. And he also made a sword disappear. That was cool. So now don't feel bad for Eglon. He was a very evil king.